Yo,
What, man?
I can't see you. All right, we're already streaming live, bro. I'm gonna change my background today. Let's see if we can get some here. There you go. It's on my channel. How's that? See me clear. All
Whatever.
right, we're getting ready. Are you ready? All right, we're getting started. Let's get ready. Live out of Miami, Fort Lauderdale, and Lancaster, Pennsylvania. Welcome to the Jersey Boys Sports Talk. If you haven't, hosted by Byron Jones and me, Victor Orocho, produced by The Sportscast. If you haven't yet, please subscribe to our on all your channels on YouTube, Periscope, Twitter, Spotify. You can even listen to us on your smart what do you call those, Echoes, smart speakers. We also have a podcast. It's on Apple, Jersey Boys Podcast. Please go there. The little purple thing, it's the Jersey Boys Podcast. You see me and Byron. Download it. Leave us a rating, and you'll really help us out. I really appreciate it. And we're getting excited today because we got a few things going on. A little down because it's Miami Heat, but let's see. Byron, how we doing in Philly today?
Philly is just wonderful. It was a nice overcast day. I wasn't baking my brains out, so it was a good day.
So you not baking your brains out is a good day.
Yes.
It was a little hot here, but I'm inside most of the time, so it kind of gets a little challenging. By the way, a couple of things coming up, just so you know. I am going to be coming up north next week to New York, and then I'll be making my way down from New York, then making my way to Jersey, and then making my way to Philly. So I'm probably coming to see you. Got to go see my client I was telling you on Bluebell. I just got to figure out how to get to Jersey down there because I don't want to drive. So I figure if I could get a train or something.
Hey, there's no trains around here. There's no trains.
There's an Amtrak. It'll take me down to where you said you'd pick me up and go see your mom's.
Oh, I did?
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
Oh, shoot. Yeah. Okay. I don't got that on a podcast. So apparently I can't remember that. Well, I'll take a lift then. I know there's an Amtrak that goes all the way down there.
There's one that goes to Philadelphia, the Amtrak from Edison. From Edison to
Yeah, from Edison, go to Philadelphia, and then from there I gotta get to Bluebell. So but I'll figure that out. Unless my co-host picks me up. We'll see.
It ain't that far. I'll look you out for you. Just let me know.
Come on, yeah. I'll take you to dinner. What was I going to tell you? That's number one, and then number two is so next week you're going to have another host because I'll be at the I'll be at the Javits Center for a conference. So I won't be able to host next Thursday, but the week after, I'm trying to host it in Amboy. So I'm trying to see if I can get Richie and everyone there.
Them guys, you get Richie and Mo Bryan, get Mo to come out the house.
Get Mo. I'm gonna try to say, look, we're gonna go live. I gotta call Zamar to see if she can get me I don't know what happens Thursday because if it's too loud, I don't know if they have like dancing and all that. But I like to be at a place where I could do it and all our friends come by and we talk about sports, talk about the Giants and whether we're Jets or whatever they have to do. So we'll see if I can work that out. So I'll be live from New Jersey, the Jersey Boys Sox. I'm pretty excited about that. And that's what we got going on. So I saw you give me a depth chart. By the way, the guy do you like that guy? Who's the receiver? Santiago made a comment about him. They say he's doing really well in
Robinson, yeah, the little guy. Yeah, I like him. He's going to take Kadarius Toney's spot.
I know you don't like him.
He's already hurt. I sent you the thing. He sit there. He had knee surgery, like a scope on his knee. Come on, man. Really? Come on. He's hurt all the time. He was hurt all the time in college, and now he got the pros. He had COVID twice and didn't get the right shoes. Then his knees, then his hamstring, and then his stomach. Man, he was a walking injury prone. He's injury prone.
That's a problem. I mean, that's a major problem. Well, they're saying this other kid's doing pretty well. And then did you see that the former GM didn't speak well of Daniel Jones? Like he ranked him low in the quarterback.
Yeah, the Tannenbaum from the Jets. You see, that's why he's called an ex-GM.
Right, but I thought the ex-GM was what's his name, Gettleman. So
No, Tannenbaum is from the Jets. That's where he was the GM. That's
so the Jets GM was
yes.
making a comment about the Giants quarterback.
Yes, he always does that though. He's like one of those people, he's looking for a job or whatever he's got going on. That's why he got fired with the Jets or quit or whatever happened with him. So okay. That's why it's called your ex-GM.
Well, I think it's funny because the fact that you were the Jets and you're going to make a comment about the Giants quarterback.
Nah, the Giants got 40s, baby. That's all that matters.
Well, I'm just saying to you, there's I don't think your opinion weighs any value, particularly with Giant fans.
No, none.
Zero. It makes no sense. So you talking smack? We can scrap that. We can scrap that. So what made you want to do the quarterback ratings? Just out of curiosity.
Because, since I'm going to work through the whole thing, rank everybody, so we'll have something to talk about. That's interesting.
All right, good. No, I like it. I was just curious. I thought there was something behind.
Nah, there's nothing behind it. Nah, not this time.
You said posture, you're super.
Because I keep sitting there, I keep telling you 1,000 times, even though Daniel Jones is ranked kind of low right now, he's going to be a star this year. That's all that matters. I'm going to stick with my guns. And Daniel Jones is going to be the physician.
Again, I want the kid to have a great year.
But
that's it. But I can't say that I'm fully confident that that's going to happen. That's it. And if he does, God bless him. I want him to happen. There's no reason for me to root against the guy.
Woosah, man. Positive thoughts, man.
And time out. I was the one that brought up the stats last year.
I don't care about those stats, man. He got a new regime.
Wait a second. But I brought up positive stats that he had the best percentage downfield. He had I was giving you all the positive, and then I hit you with the negative, which is in the red zone, which is where it counts. I mean, bro, you're a defensive guy. Do you really care if the offense? I mean, you care because you're tired of something. But if an offense goes up and down the field on you, but they don't score, you're still happy. Yes or no?
No.
Why do you just want to disagree with me? Can't you just at least tell me the truth?
Because that's what you're supposed to do. Disagree, man. I'm going to disagree.
Just disagree because that's true what you feel. You're a defensive player. Somebody else was asking you that. You're going to say, we're tired, we bend, but we don't break, and they didn't score. They don't score, they don't win. You'll be happy with that. So what good is it being great downfield and then you can't score in the red zone? That's it.
That's because he had no help, man. But we'll cover that another time.
I agree. I'm not saying he had help or not had help. I'm just giving the fact as a fact, right?
Yeah, and I'm giving you a fact that he didn't have no help.
All right. So what is the deal here with the Eagles are looking pretty good.
We have to bring them up again, man. I have to listen.
We're going to go through.
I have to listen to that around here, man. They'd be killing me around here with that stuff.
I just wanted to bring that up because it's better than talk about Dallas.
Yeah, it's about the same. Both of them make my teeth hurt.
Well, that's because you live in Philly, by Philly, right? That's the difference. Because if not, then it wouldn't matter.
I hear and see Philly stuff all day long.
They're getting rid. They're really making a move to try to get rid of Snyder.
Who?
The Commanders, Dan Snyder.
They ain't going nowhere because he has to get 24 votes. 24 other owners are not going to vote him out. He's one of them. He's a billionaire just like them.
Yeah, but he's,
Okay.
He's not just like them. He's a lot younger than them.
Not really. Yeah, okay. All right. Let's think about this.
Yes, he is.
He's in his 50s, maybe early 60s.
And what's his name? Jerry Jones is in his 70s, bro. I mean, they're all older dudes. There's nobody running.
Not all of them.
And if not, it's generational family. So you still got the grandfather that's still around.
Yeah,
he's still not. He's new 34-year-old money, and if they're bothering them, they don't have a problem getting rid of him.
You won't know what's going to. You got to have 24 teams that got to sign off to get rid of him. You don't think he has dirt on all the other ones that, you're going to make me sell my team? You don't think he'd be that kind of guy that, okay, well, all right, you're going to put me out. Well, I got something for you. You don't think he would do something like that?
I wouldn't put it past him. I'm just trying to think like what, other than Robert Kraft. I'm trying to think about what do you have on any of these. Some of these owners are some solid families. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but they're still also, that's one of the smallest like you said, family kind of things where, you got 32 owners. There are only 32 of them in the whole world that own an NFL team. Those guys stick together like glue. So you don't think, when have they ever kicked one of them out?
They threatened Jerry Jones.
Yeah, what happened? Now Jerry,
I'm out. He had to stop doing what he was doing.
And what did he do?
What do you mean? He stopped doing it.
Okay, there you go. Maybe they're gonna tell this guy the same thing. The only difference is with him is that he was messing with that money. They weren't getting their fair share. I guess the revenue with the home.
It was about money. There's no.
Yeah.
He was
skimming off the top.
No, who? Washington.
Yeah.
Snyder. Stick with the guy. Jerry Jones was just doing a business move that wasn't within the realm of NFL.
Yeah, Pepsi.
He would sign a guy for X millions, but make sure he got an endorsement. Like he was like putting a Nike sign, making sure the guys got like he was doing some stuff like that. Like they were like, "Whoa, check you."
And what they do? They just told him to stop doing it, and that was it.
Yeah, and he stopped.
And now he's one of the premier owners in the Premier League, Jerry Jones, right?
What do you mean in the Premier? They're different.
He got. How is it? Okay. Here. How is it that he got in the Hall of Fame as an owner? Why is that?
Why did Jerry Jones get in the Hall of Fame?
Yes.
Why did he get in the Hall? If I had to choose, well, he won 3 Super Bowls, right?
Yeah, but
he
wasn't the mastermind of that.
But it was during his tenure when he first started. He's brought Jimmy Johnson there. I mean, he did make the decision with Jimmy Johnson. He kind of was involved in I'm pretty sure he never was totally out of selection in when they made that Herschel Walker trade and that crazy.
What did he?
That was the longest draft in history. You know that, right?
Yeah. But what did he do? Besides, and then he got rid of probably a coach that probably would have won 2 or 3 more Super Bowls than they did.
For sure, they would have won at least 2 or 3 more. I'm for sure.
For sure, because his ego got in the way, and well, you know what? I can hire anybody to run this. What did he do? Go get Barry Switzer. And guess what? They did win after that. But then what happened after that?
Yeah,
it all just went.
That was all Jimmy's team.
Huh?
That was just Jimmy's team that won.
Yeah, and you're absolutely right. And after that, what happened? It all blew up.
Yeah, I mean, just it was bad in that. Yeah.
So he won
the only
3.
Thing is that, and then just I guess I don't know what qualifies him to get a thing, but he's done the value, the things he's done, the value of that team, building that kind of stadium.
Yeah, but it's for himself. What has he done to make the league better?
It's for himself, but it's also the NFL benefits off of stuff like that.
How money-wise? But I'm just saying, you had the Rooneys were one of the original owners. The Maras were one of the original owners of the NFL. The Hunt from Kansas City, one of the original.
Are they in the Hall of Fame?
Yes, all of these guys are Hall of Fame. Al Davis.
Well,
all these guys.
NFL. Who's not in it? Because I mean, it's not like
I'm just saying, as an owner that have done something to better the league, to make the league better, not make your pockets fatter, because basically that's what Jerry Jones has done.
Well, I mean, you got to admit though, I haven't been there. I'm dying to go there. Are there any? Okay, is that you make the league better by having a better experience for the fans, and my understanding is that stadium is worth going to. Like, it's just an incredible stadium.
Yeah, but my question is, like, I'm gonna do like you do. My question is, what has he done to better the league?
What has anybody else done better league? I guess he says a small group of Hall owners, so he joins a small group of owners in the Hall. Right? So it's not a lot of owners then.
No, it's not.
I don't know what he's done to better the game. I mean, but you know how that is.
Besides Jimmy Jones,
always wants Dallas to be part of, you know what I'm saying? Like they always want Dallas to be something.
They've been the America's team since what, the 70s, probably. Oh, they're America's team. Okay, on TV every week. That's the only reason they're on TV every week back in the day, because what channel do we have? 2, 4, 7, 9, 11, 13, and 52 on a good night.
Franchise owners have 310 members, of which 50 of them have significant positions. It's not really telling me too much.
Yeah, so basically, he bought his way into the NFL Hall of Fame. He should not be in there as an owner. I don't care.
Who would you put in there?
Who would I put in there?
Yeah,
none of them.
Hall of Fame inductees.
None of them.
You can't say that, man, because this Al Davis belongs in the Hall of Fame.
Yes, because he was a coach, he was a manager, he was an owner of the team.
First Hispanic.
Who?
Al Davis.
Yes.
Yeah, I think he's Mexican.
Really?
Yeah, you didn't know that? Al Davis.
Are you sure?
Davis.
I don't think so.
Heritage. I may be wrong.
Oh, I think you're wrong with that one. And then what else did they do? Al Davis, hired all those minority coaches for years. Never had a problem with it. His problem was getting in the fight.
Tom Flores was.
Oh man, how could you mess that up? Tom Flores and Al Davis are two totally different people. Wow.
I get you, but I know there was some Latin life in there.
Yeah, Flores. Yeah, he's a Latin guy.
Flores is easier than Davis.
Yeah. But besides that, the owners, most of the owners that are in the Hall of Fame have done something to better the league. Yeah. The Rooneys.
By the way, Al Davis is far from, not far from, but he's definitely not.
What?
Hispanic.
Yeah, I was thinking that, but I don't want to put it out there and say it though.
Yeah, you did say it. Like, are you crazy?
I didn't say.
Well, I don't know what it takes. I don't know why they're in there. I don't know what he's done to better league. I mean, but he's a well-known figure. I mean, if you think about it, he's known.
So, but that should put him in the Hall of Fame. Oh, well, there goes Jerry Jones. He owns the Dallas Cowboys. Let's put him in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, I guess I like I said, I don't care. I mean, for me, I don't care. I just where I would care is if there was someone who should be in it, it isn't.
There's quite a few people that should be
owners.
Owners?
Yeah.
Like who?
That's what I'm saying. I can't think of one. That's where we're bothered.
I think Pat Bowlen got in for Denver. I think he's in, but I'm not sure.
Right.
Denver owner.
I can't find it. It keeps taking me to a place where you got like pay for some kind of stuff. So it's just crazy. But yeah, I ain't worried about them. Snyder, I'm telling you, this the age of the NFL owners. I just think there's a lot of bad stuff. I mean, we haven't heard anything yet either from the Gruden.
Yeah, because that's going to be a bombshell when it does come up, because I'm sure there's a whole bunch of other people, important people, that put their 2 cents in as far as saying things or doing things they shouldn't have done. I guarantee there's more people, and there's going to be some big name people that were also involved in that. Because it's kind of funny, because he really hasn't said anything. You haven't heard anything. It's coming.
Yeah, I mean, they got to be, especially at the level that he's going after him, it's got to be high. Bro, you want to see? Okay, so check this out. Snyder bought the Commanders at $800 million in 19.
And it's worth.
The Titans were bought for $25,000. Rooney bought Pittsburgh for $2,500.
The Giants was $300.
$500.
Yep.
Giants. That's crazy.
Yeah, but look at it. It was the 1920. So.
Oh yeah. It was 1925. Yeah. That's pretty good, Byron. Let's see who else. Then it starts going crazy. Houston Texans is 700 million. Wow. $4 million. Detroit.
They're very expensive teams.
Yeah. Cardinals were 50,000. The Cardinals been around. So look at that. We got from 1920 to 1932. I can't believe the Giants are $500. That's incredible.
Yeah. We could let's beat up on the Eagles now.
All right, go ahead.
What do you want to beat up on them about? Pick something. Oh, what did I pick? Where's my little chart, man? You got my chart?
The quarterbacks? Yeah. Let's bring this up.
There we go. As you can see, we have the NFL, the top quarterbacks from 1 to 25. That's what we got over there. Patrick Mahomes. I got.
And for a Brady hater, you got him pretty high.
He's
for a
one
guy that should retire, for a guy that's old, and for a Brady hater, he's pretty high.
He's won 7 Super Bowls, been in 3 of them, total, 10 total?
Just saying.
I'm just saying you got to give him.
Diego said Brady should retire. The guy went 14-3 last year, or 13-4.
Are we gonna start that again?
All right. Well, go ahead. Let's go. Get your sheet. You go.
You say got Josh Allen from Buffalo.
All right.
Aaron Rodgers 3.
Mm-hmm.
Brady. My man Justin Herbert, number 5. He's gonna rock it up. Joe Burrow right under him. Then we get to our NFC East people. The first one, who is that? That is Mr. Dak Prescott at number 7.
Ooh, I don't know about that.
All right, who would be higher than him?
I'm gonna highlight the one. I'm gonna let you keep going though. Let me highlight the ones I question. All right. So keep going. All right. Okay, here. Go.
Justin?
Okay, here. Well, just keep going, man. Talk.
Man, you got Lamar Jackson.
I'll give you a chance.
You got Lamar Jackson in the middle of trying to get his money, with Baltimore, as far as him being paid. So we'll see how that works out. Matthew Stafford, Super Bowl champion now. Deshaun Watson at number 10, but he could move up if he plays the way he usually plays, but also if he doesn't get suspended for 6 games or more. We have our favorite guy, John's guy, Russell Wilson at number 11, not cracking the top 10. Kyler Murray complaining about his money. We'll see how he works out. Derek Carr, 13. Matt Ryan with the Colts, his new team. Cousins, Ryan Tannehill. I don't know what he's going to do. He'll be all right. Jalen Hurts, another NFC East guy at number 17.
Where's your boy?
We'll get to him. Number 17.
I don't even see him on the list.
He's number 27.
And he's going to be a star. So in other words, is this where you're ranking him before the season, or is this where you're ranking him in general?
Before the season.
All right.
So if you look to the right over there, that's where I got all the Prescott for NFC East. I got Russell Wilson for John, AFC East. He's number 11. Jalen Hurts is 17, NFC East. Tua, AFC East, because we got Miami Dolphin fans.
What do you mean? I'm confused. What is your question? What is it? I don't understand what this is.
I just moved them off from the other side and just put them, over here so people can see it better, as far as like separating them from the NFC East and see where they're ranked.
Oh, so just the NFC East and the AFC.
And a couple of AFC East guys.
Okay.
So you got Zach Wilson, number 26. That was my rookie of the year last year.
I couldn't wait. Did you say that?
Yeah, I know.
I said, wait a second.
I know, man. I know. You got Daniel Jones, number 27, but he's going to skyrocket up to the top 10 by the end of the year. And we have Carson Wentz, Washington Commanders, whatever you want to call them this week, number 28.
Right.
And on the other side, you can see where who's the worst one, who's at the bottom of the barrel. which is
Even with our upgrades, you still it's just because they haven't proved themselves, I guess.
what, the quarterback?
The offense, you said the offensive lines.
Yeah. And this is my rankings for offensive line. And then again, I put the Jets on here, because we have all the Jet fans. Number 14, the Broncos, because I got John. Number 17. Number 19 is for Santiago, since I know he's a Miami Dolphins fan as far as offensive line. And 25 is good for us because last year we were 31.
Chris, less reckless. Yeah. Okay. All right. So let's get to that. Giant, I'm going to go to my quarterback piece. Okay. So no, I'm going to go back to afterward. Let me go to my pieces. Okay. Let's go where I see I had the yellows for, right? So I'm okay with your, your top four, right? Only thing for me, I will put Justin Herbert. I mean, Joe Burrow over. I would just flip flop those two. Okay.
Why?
I just think Joe Burrow. I think he's earned it. He deserved it. He's taking them to
what, because he went to the Super Bowl.
And he with the lousy sacking. I mean, look at all the sacks in the team, man. I mean, and Justin Herbert is huge, right? So I like Justin Herbert. Let's not confuse it. But if I had to rank him right now, I put Joe Burrow in the top 5. I mean, he's delivered. I mean, he's delivered, getting beat up, 20 sacks in just the playoffs. Byron, he had 70 sacks per year.
Justin Herbert, talent-wise, is more talented than Joe Burrow.
Okay, but we're talking about you're ranking them. I mean,
I'm just saying, but ranking and talent goes hand in hand.
Well, if that's the case, then Brady shouldn't be number 4.
Why not? Why not?
Well, because I mean, he's older. These guys. Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying to you, I think that right now, if I had to rank him, I put Herbert up. I mean, Joe Burrow up there, higher. That would be me. Dak, I don't think he deserves to be 7. Lamar, I think Stafford is higher than those two.
Why? Because he won a Super Bowl. He hasn't done anything for 13 years in Detroit.
That's not true. He's put up big numbers.
Has he won?
Has Dak won?
No. We're talking about Matthew. Did Matthew win when he was with the Detroit Lions?
Did he have a winning record? I would say the answer is no.
Did he take him to the playoffs? I think once.
Once, I think.
Did he go to the Super Bowl with the Detroit Lions?
No. But let's ask the same question of Dak Prescott. He's never gotten out of the playoffs. First, he's been one and done since his career from the get-go.
But look at the numbers.
With a team loaded, stacked, weak conference, he does not deserve to be up there. And I like that. I think he's a good quarterback. I think Stafford's a better quarterback than him.
Since Dak has been in the league, he has put up numbers. We can agree. Wait a minute. Here, one of your numbers. Can we agree on that?
What's that?
He has put up numbers since he's been in the league. Dak Prescott.
Yeah, Prescott. Yeah, but look at the guns everything he's had. Look at everything he's had, like at his disposal. Stafford didn't have that.
Where Stafford's always had Calvin Johnson for years.
Yeah, but Calvin Johnson retired early.
But he still had him for the bulk of his career.
He had him what?
He had Calvin Johnson for the bulk of his career.
Played like 9 years, I think.
Yeah, and what's his name was there before he was? Matthew.
All right. So last year, if you can't count last year's, because
why can't you count last year?
Stafford won the Super Bowl and threw for more yards than and he had a better percentage than him. And
but the last
more attempts than him, and he had like 6 less completions. Dak Stafford, who I'm looking for stats.
Over the last 4 or 5 years, however long Dak has been there, he probably has better numbers than Matthew Stafford.
I'm trying to find out.
Uh,
look at it. So I'm trying to find. There's nothing's giving me years, Nothing's giving me years. Like I want summary. Looking over time.
Dak Prescott right now.
94% recommended. Okay. Oh,
Dak Prescott right now is a better quarterback than Matthew Stafford. Right now.
I don't think so. I like Matthew. He's a Georgia boy, so I like Matthew Stafford. Anyhow, that's me. Lamar Jackson, I don't think is up there either. From
He's an MVP.
Yeah, what 4 years ago?
What 2 or 3 years ago? He's still MVP.
Okay. Where's he got in the playoffs? Has he taken the Super Bowl? I mean, but you got to answer the same questions that you asked about one guy. You got to apply the same logic down the line.
Lamar Jackson has won an MVP.
I think Garoppolo's better than Winston. I think Garoppolo's better than Mac Jones, Ryan Tannehill, Kirk Cousins. Then it gets a little bit thinner.
Then you got Jimmy Garoppolo gets hurt every year. He has good numbers, but you can't depend on him for the whole year. Something's gonna happen.
Been to the Super Bowl. He's won the conference. I mean, he's Green Bay. I mean, he's done the things. I mean, you don't give any credit to any of that stuff.
Nope.
I don't see.
But let's give Lamar is an MVP winning quarterback. He's won.
Career. Oh man.
And I think he rushed for 1,000 yards, a couple times too.
Who?
Lamar Jackson.
Oh, that's no doubt. All right, so my step winning percentage. Dak Stafford better. Shoot, to YouTube. No, they don't have it here.
Okay. Well, this is my list, and it'll stay here like this until when the season starts and the season ends. We'll see. It's going to change. And Daniel Jones is going to be up in the top 15, and you're going to sit there and you're going to pat me on the back or whatever, saying good choice when he moves up tremendously. And don't sleep on Jalen Hurts too. Might as well give him his props too. He's going to be a lot better this year.
Okay, dude. I don't think contest. The problem is that game. The problem is that he's played a lot more games. Yeah.
Yes.
He's been
in the league longer.
Yeah. So it's hard to. I wish they would just do it within the same time frame. You know what I mean?
On my list is because it's mine. My list, I'm saying Dak Prescott right now is better than Matthew Stafford. Can you say the same thing, or say that about your boy Tom Brady?
I don't know, but I'm just saying Stafford's got 50,000 passing yards,
and he's been in the league at least 10 years.
Still 50,000 passing yards, Byron. You got
he didn't win a thing. He didn't win a thing until he got to the Los Angeles team.
I'm just saying he's got 50,000 passing yards. This guy needs 28,000 more. So how many years does he have to play to get that?
Who?
A Dak.
Yeah. How long? How long does Matthew Stafford be?
28,000. So how many? I guess you can pass 3,000. What's a good year for a quarterback? 3,000 yards.
Between 4,000 and 5,000.
Oh, so 4,000 or 5,000 at 30. So you think he's got 6 more years left?
Who, Dak?
Yeah.
Yeah. Why wouldn't it?
I'm just asking.
Matthew doesn't have 6 years left.
He doesn't need them. He's got 50,000 already.
Oh,
he played 100 more games. Yeah, pass attempts are higher. Touchdown percentage.
Because he's played longer.
He's got a higher interception percentage. Stafford.
Yeah, I wonder why. Because he was on a crappy team for years.
Yeah, but then that's better for him because he's got a 0.7% higher. Not even, you know what I mean? So 0.7% higher on a crappy team is pretty good. He's got a lower quarterback rating than Dak.
Like I said before,
whatever. I don't believe in that. I think Garoppolo's better than some of these guys. How do you have Jameis Winston ahead of Garoppolo?
Because I do. Because like I said before, it's my
list. Ahead of Garoppolo.
It's my list.
Okay, I don't agree with it. All right, and then here, Giants minicamp is pushing Daniel Jones to be more aggressive and less reckless. Okay, let's talk about that. Exactly. So you coming with, he's a football player. He's a football player. Okay, it goes back to me saying it's one thing being a football player and just being dumb aggressively. Like, you got a bad neck, you got a concussion. I mean, don't be a football player knows how to slide, right? And if they're saying he's being reckless with the ball and he's being reckless with his body.
Well, no. What Brian Dable is saying that he wants him to be a little bit more confident as far as taking a shot down the field, not be a dink and dunk quarterback that he was with Garrett and Freddie Kitchens and all these other guys.
It don't make sense. He was leading the league on downfield percentage. So what are you talking about?
Yeah, not too often. He didn't throw the ball down the field as much as he should have. He really did.
He led the league.
Yeah.
Okay. And then how do you translate what you just said to being less reckless? I mean, how is that? Where does reckless fall into that?
As far as keeping control of the ball, not when he's running. How many times would he be running and then somebody would come up behind him and swipe it out of his hands, or just doing something they should be doing? That's being reckless. He wants him to be more aggressive as far as throwing the ball down the field. That's what he wants him to do.
Okay. I'm okay with the aggressive. I'm sticking to less reckless, which you keep steering away from.
Yes, I am.
And because you know that I'm going to bring back, that's exactly what I was saying. In my opinion, he was reckless, particularly in the red zone. He was reckless.
How was he reckless in the red zone? Let me hear this one. This should be a good one. How was he reckless?
Dude, look, we already went through the numbers. His percentage ratio of scoring is dismal. His turnover ratio in the red zone is tremendous. He makes poor decisions, which is part of being reckless in the red zone. And then, he's reckless with his body. There's a difference between being a football player and being known that you're a vital part of a unit, and you can't risk your body for that. You just can't, and I think that to me is where he's talking about reckless. That's okay. That's my
this is what we're gonna go through this again. If Kyle Rudolph had blocked the guy that he was supposed to block, he would have made it to the corner. As many times we looked at the video, if that tight end had made the block, and we're gonna cover, here we go again, he would have made it to the corner. He didn't block the guy that he was supposed to block. That's why that guy was able to get to him the way he did. All he had to do was just hold him up for half a second, and he would have made the corner. But he missed the block, and things happen.
Missed the block and got rocked.
Pretty much, yes, he did.
Missed the block, got rocked. He was like Trevor Burbick when Tyson hit him.
He's going to be better this year. He has weapons.
So, dude, I want the Giants to do well, man. I want to see them do well. I want to see Saquon do well. I mean,
they got two bookend tackles. I
want them to be competitive. That's the bottom line.
They will be competitive. They're going to win.
That is the bottom line for him. I want them to be competitive, right? So I'm pretty excited about what's happening there. Nothing news about the Jets. The Dolphins seem to be doing pretty well. They're starting to gel with some of their teams in the NFC East. I don't know what's happening with the Jets as much, what's taking place there. I know that we have we're going through the NFC East, but we're pretty much done with that. What do you think?
The one Zach Wilson did come in a little bit bigger. Last year, he was a little light last year. He was like 209. He's like jacked up now. He's like a cut 221.
He did P90X.
He did something. All I know, they said he's a little bit bigger, and he looks a little bigger than he was last year.
Really?
Yep.
Any new signings? Let's see. Let's go into here. Any new signings for the Giants?
They're pretty much set with the 90-man, pre-camp roster. Then they cut one guy. No, they picked up one. And I think Mosley was a guy that they let go, a corner.
A Giants show new look at the secondary OTAs. So they're talking about the secondary already.
That's right.
Weird level.
You forgot that Bradbury,
young defensive back team aimed to be a strength of Giants defense.
They're young.
I thought we marked them as weak, no?
Yeah, they are weak. Come on, man. You got to keep hope alive. Be optimistic.
You marked them weak. I'm telling you what the news is saying. Giants are turning young, the case, relatively unspoken players to help reshape the defensive backfield. That's interesting.
You figure the coach, the guy that they have, the defensive coordinator out Martindale, should be able to scheme up, certain things as far as getting sacks and, the little stuff. But he leaves them guys on the island, and I'm sure you know all about that. Leaves them on the island by themselves all the time, as far as covering one-on-one. And, it's going to be either sink or swim being a corner, because everybody's going to see it when
there's no hiding. There's no hiding. But they got Julian Love. Right?
Safety.
It's the cornerback, Aaron Robinson. All right.
Adoree Jackson is the number one guy.
I can scroll down. Scroll to continue. They're not giving me any other players. They didn't give me any other players. They just mentioned those two.
Yeah. Adoree Jackson is the number one corner now, so he's probably going to go with the number one receiver. And Aaron Robinson is, I think he's a second-year guy that played well last year, so he's going to be the number two guy.
Right. It's not letting me do anything. Okay. Well, okay. So, what I want to see is any of the new signings with the Bucs.
Who?
Tampa Bay.
Oh, geez, man, let the Tampa Bay go, man. Ain't nobody signed nothing. Gronkowski's not coming back.
He isn't. Why? You said it already now.
I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there. He ain't coming back. So get used to it. Brady's going to go out in a blaze of glory. How many games did I say he was going to lose? Like 7 games, 10-7, or whatever it was.
You said that. I didn't.
Well, I'm saying it. I'm going to keep on saying they're going to be 10-7, and he's going to go get his $300 million job announced next year.
Outside here's the breakout players are saying for Bucs. Joe Tyrone Shoyinka.
He's an outside linebacker for Washington.
Hey, Brady posted a video working out with Rob Gronkowski.
Yeah, where's Rob at? Rob is home chilling. Now, he ain't thinking about coming to any mini camp.
He doesn't want to do any. I don't blame him. If he can get on the team, make his money, and pass all the other stuff, and nobody's questioning why he's in there.
Yeah, until you get hurt.
Right. He doesn't want to. Buccaneers pick 2 underperform. For the season. Oh, here you're gonna like this. Bucs pick to underperform.
I can't hear you. What?
To underperform.
I can't hear
one
you.
expert doesn't buy into the fairy tale ending for Tom Brady and the Bucs in 2002.
What did I tell you, man? 10-7. 10-7. The great Tom Brady, the great TB12. 10-7.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Why don't you just go ahead and go get you a Tampa Bay jersey, Tom Brady, put it on.
I just think that conference isn't strong.
Stop watching the Giants.
I think it's to his benefit, and I'd like to see, an older guy do well.
Just stop, okay. Stop.
Beat the odds.
Stop saying you're a Giant fan, because, oh my God, you are awful with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
You're just trying to push that off on me because our fans still don't know what team you like.
I am a New York Giant fan, true and true.
Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think
I go back to the Giants. I go back to the Giants when they practice at Monmouth College. I go back that far.
You can go back as far as you want. I'm just saying that they still question you.
I go back so far as that when the Giants used to play the Eagles in preseason games every year at Princeton University. That's how far back I go. The Giants used to play the Eagles 3 times a year instead of 2.
They're talking a lot about on the Giants. What we're happy for is they're saying they expect a lot early impact from Thibodeau and Neal. That's a good thing.
Yes, it is.
Right. Thibodeau, a linebacker selected 5th overall, was working alongside starting defensive lineman Leonard Williams. We like him, and in front of linebacker Blake Martinez. Those 3 names I like right off the bat. Right. An offensive tackle taking the 7th round overall was protecting for quarterback Daniel Jones and blocking and running for Saquon Barkley. I want Barkley to have a good season.
And he's 1,000 yards.
I hope so. And Thibodeau, I'm excited about Thibodeau. Wandale Robinson, they're saying he's having a good man. Neal is huge, 6'7", 350. They're saying Wandale Robinson, they're doing really well.
Yes, he is. He's going to take Tony's spot.
And then here's your guard, Joshua. You liked him, right?
Yep.
Cornerback, tight end, Daniel Bellinger.
Yep, like him too.
In depth chart, he worked with the starters. Though it could be because veteran was dealing with a personal matter. So Ricky Seals-Jones had a personal matter.
Yep.
You got him. Just trying to see offensive lineman. They got to talk about another lineman, Marcus McKethan. 6'7", 335.
That's another one of the North Carolina collection.
And a guard. That's a big guard. Appears to be for him to add tackle flexibility. I got it. All right. Versus Cowboys. All right. Giants schedule versus Cowboys. Well, we're excited about that. All right.
Well, now you're trying to change up now since, I called, you said that messing with me about not being a true fan, which I am, but I think you're a little bit worse.
You got to keep saying it so people believe it. That's all.
I can show it.
I probably got a couple who already information coming in asking like, what team's Brian? Giant.
I'm a Giant fan, man. I'm a Giant, true.
You got to keep saying it.
I'm going to keep on saying it. Saquon's gonna have a good year. Daniel Jones is gonna be a star. I'm gonna sit here.
I like Saquon.
And I'm gonna
Let me ask you a question as we're rounding up. Are you watching any of the NBA?
Nope.
Why do you say that, bro? What's his name? Saying you talking about watching the NBA?
No, not now, not later. You want to know why? Because they don't play defense. Okay. As soon as they step over the mid-court line, they launch it 30, 40 feet out.
And you ain't watching the playoffs then.
They ain't playing. They're not D'ing up, man. Like back in the day with Chicago Bulls and the Detroit Pistons and the New York Knicks. They ain't D'ing up like that.
No, they're not. They're D'ing up. They're just not D'ing up with the aggressiveness of that time. I agree with that, but they're D'ing up.
Nah.
The Heat's a tough defender. They're not, tough defender. They lost the other day, but Boston only scored 90-something points. That's low.
Yeah, the Heat are probably the only one that play that kind of intense, real defense. They are. They're probably the only ones. The rest of them.
The other part that you're missing too, since you ain't watching the playoffs, that I am actually impressed with, and I'm happy to see. The game changed to a point where for several years, I think you'll agree with this, is that it was like one-on-one game. Or a 2-on-1 game, two guys shooting the ball and so forth. Let me tell you, if you watch tonight's game, but if you just watch a little bit of it, and last night, as much as I want Miami to win, they just looked terrible offensively. And Boston, to their credit, man, I count them every time. I'm happy. I like watching women's college basketball because in my opinion, they play a team game.
Yeah, they pass the ball. They're not looking
at a true team basketball, right? Yeah. Okay, NBA, everyone's like that. But now, if you watch Boston, watch a couple of highlights yesterday from Boston's game, dude, I'm talking about several times. I'm just keep counting 4, 5, 6 passes, 4, 5, 6 passes. That's why they were just eating them up. The Golden State Warriors, I think, led the league in assists.
Yeah, they pass a lot to each other.
Pass a lot. And then, man, Curry's got to have the most endurance I've ever seen in my life. That guy never stops running.
Yeah.
Never stops running. He doesn't need to, he is not a set shooter. But these guys have been passing a lot, so it's kind of enjoyable watching that ball move. It stinks when it's against your team and we're not doing it. But, seeing Boston turning around and, I mean, look, they got players stepping up. Boston's playing good basketball. As much as I still think the Heat should have won this series the way they were playing leading going into it, they're just terrible. They've been playing terrible basketball, terrible offense. I just don't know what's going on. And it ain't even the defense. Defense is still holding them at 90-something points. But, man, they were shooting like 13%, Byron.
Yeah.
They shot 45, and they made 13 threes. Yeah. They missed 30-something.
Why are you taking so many threes? 45 is a lot during the course of the game.
And missing, though. But, man, at what point do you take it to the hole?
Yeah, so what happened to those days? None of them do that.
None of them do what?
As far as they take it to the hole the way they're supposed to. They sit there and, here we go. Let me pull up from 40 feet out.
It's true, but no, it's gotten David, that's why the Warriors I enjoy, again, like the Warriors are like kind of my Bucks, you know what I mean? I kind of enjoy their story. I like Klay Thompson. I like the fact that they got homegrown players. I like Kerr. I think Mark Jackson is the one who started that legacy, in my opinion. Just Kerr took it to another level. I like Mark Jackson, the coach. He did a great job there because Golden State was nothing in that state, right? And then Mark Jackson did a great job. And he left or whatever happened. Kerr took over, and then it was history. But they got all, these guys, they drafted these players, and they're passing the ball. Curry's that guy. I don't know. He's just worth watching, Byron. I'm telling you,
watch him.
He is bona fide, man. He's great.
He's a great shooter. Probably one of the best top 5 ever. Byron, the shooter.
And Klay Thompson's up there.
Yeah, he's pretty. He's nice.
He's up there. That boy can. Man, but the thing is, you got to watch Steph. Though he takes it to the hole, like he takes it to the hole, and that kills them because when he takes it to the hole, they don't know what to do. And then he takes it to the hole, he either scores or he's got somebody else open because now they got to collide on. It's amazing. And when they need a point, he scores. Whether it's a 2, whether it's a 3, whether he goes to the line. I mean, he's just amazing. I mean, he shoots the 3, turns around.
Because he's short. It's like money. He's short. It's like money.
I'm just telling you, it's amazing. He is worth everything to watch. My son told me about him when he first came out. I didn't even know anything about him. And my son laughs because they can be down 20 points. I'm like, I ain't worried about it. They're coming back. But they pass a lot. If you get a chance to watch tonight, they pass a lot. I don't think Dallas is going to. Maybe they'll win tonight. I don't know. I don't think Dallas.
They need to fix that leaky ceiling, whatever's going on with the water pouring through the.
He's a billionaire, and in his own house, he's got a leaky ceiling.
He looked like he was hot too. They should have pictured his face. He looked like he needed to kill somebody.
We should go on Shark Tank and try to pitch him something to seal,
What was that flex tape or whatever that flex stuff? Somebody go up there and put that stuff up there.
Because we felt we designed the product to prevent basketball stadiums from leaking during playoffs. Were you interested, Mr. Cuban?
Yeah, I'm sure he would. He probably wouldn't like that at all. He probably would think it was funny.
He was mad. I mean, think about it. That
is kind of embarrassing that your stadium is leaking like a faucet.
He's a good owner, man, because he gives the fans his cell number and everything. I mean, they love him there. You know what I mean?
Cell number? That's probably some old fake phone. Like, when you go to the club and the girl gives you the wrong number, probably the same thing.
That must happen. That happened to you a lot, of Byron.
Well, me?
Yeah.
No.
So how you know about it?
Because I've had it happen to other people that tell me, not me.
Not you. Oh my God, that's funny. Basketball's been good, bro. Just the Heat look terrible, man. They look terrible. Even in the game they won in Boston when they were blowing them out by 20 something.
How many points your boy had the other day? 13, 14? Jimmy Butler?
Yep. And he's not, I think he's hurt.
Oh, here we go to the excuses. Oh, his knee is killing him.
It's got to be because he's just like playing. He's not the same guy 3-4 games ago.
When did he get hurt?
3-4 games ago.
Did you see him?
And then when when they were getting blown out, I don't know why they kept playing him. It was only going to be 2-2. Keep him out. Let him rest his knee. And remember, they're playing back. They're playing.
Wait a minute.
They're playing every other night.
Wait a minute. He's a basketball player. That's why he was out there. Sound familiar?
That's you.
I'm just letting you.
No, I'm
He's a basketball player.
I would have sat him. You were getting blown out.
He's a basketball player. He got to be out there, Jimmy Butler.
Nah, man, they should have sat him. I would have rested him if we need him, but we'll see what happens. But it's fun watching Golden State basketball, that's for sure.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, the Celtics look good, man. They pass the ball. Like Jaylen Brown is incredible. I mean, he's like, you talk about him and you don't talk about him, and he's like a silent killer. He still put up 25 points. The other day he had 40 points. I mean, and it's amazing. They got
like Klay Thompson.
Yeah, but Klay, puts like there's no confusion. Klay puts up points, plays good defense, and he's coming off. Imagine he's coming back from 2 years out. I had a chance to win. It goes back to what I told you. KD should have never left. I don't understand why a guy like KD leaves.
He wanted his own legacy.
He ain't getting it.
Not with the Nets.
He would have had his legacy in Golden State. He would have had it.
He wanted his own. That was Steph's team. That's Steph and Klay's team. That wasn't his team.
I'm out. True for the moment. But when you keep winning championships, which they would have with him, and he keeps winning MVPs, it's going to change whose teams. Because look, when LeBron came down, that was Dwayne's team, right? And then Dwayne Wade, how the story goes, and I'm going to tell you, they went, when they lost the second time, they invited, they were all down and stuff. And Dwayne Wade invited LeBron to go with him to the Bahamas and just chill out and blah, blah. And this it. And then Dwayne sat with him and said, look, let's make sure we're clear. This is your team now. It ain't mine. It's your team. You gotta lead. Right? Don't worry about deferring to me. Don't buy. And they said that was the moment everything changed. That's when they went on the back-to-back run. You know what I mean? Because he didn't know who to give it up to. LeBron was maybe too nice or whatever, but Wade sat him down and says, this is your team. Let's go. Lead us there. And they won. But I think, think about it. KD won 2 championships and he was 2 times MVP. You think that you win 3 or 4 more and you're MVP, you're not going to be part of that? I mean, Shaq, look at Shaq. Look at Kobe. Shaq was with Orlando. You know what I mean? So, I'm just saying it would have been everybody's team. Who cares? I mean, you got no legacy.
They care. They got those big egos. Those guys care.
Man, I just think that, I think if anything, he's solidifying Steph's legacy. If Steph wins a 4th championship, he's going to win 2 without KD and 2 with him. That's pretty impressive.
Yes, it is.
You know what I mean? And then Klay also is going to have a legacy because he's going to have 4. Draymond Green is going to have 4, right? And on the same team. I mean, I want to see those dynasties in basketball.
Nah, those days are over because people keep, jumping teams and going here and they're, chasing championships. So the day of the dynasty, no.
I'm just saying, like, where has it worked? It worked it's worked, but it's worked like once in Cleveland. It worked in Miami. They went to 4 straight championships. And if he would have stayed there, he would have won a few more, I guarantee you. And so he's got 2 in Miami, 1 in Cleveland, and 1 in Los Angeles. And Los Angeles is a disaster right now.
All of his doing, those are guys that he wanted to play with, and it hasn't worked out.
Nope. And all those young guys they got rid of are all playing really well.
All of them. Whole bunch of them.
Almost every one of them. But all right, we're getting ready for that. I want to go watch some of Golden State basketball. So all right, so we're getting excited. We got some more good stuff next week. I'm gonna have some more of our guests going on. let's get see this is the hard part during this time. It's like silent news, right? There's not really nothing's happening right now unless somebody gets hurt or traded.
Mm.
And then I just wonder how it's going with in Cleveland. I just would love what is the relationship between Deshaun and Baker?
They don't have one.
That's gotta be tough.
How? I would tell Baker, you know what? Stay. He's already he's hurt. He had shoulder surgery, so he hasn't been around. So I would just stay away until they figure out what they're gonna do and why. They're gonna be paying him. He's $19 million to be a backup quarterback. No, they're not. They're gonna get rid of him one way or another. Somebody's come a call, and when the preseason starts, some quarterback's gonna get hurt, and they're gonna be, hey, Cleveland, we'll send you 2 7s for Baker. And that's the way that. So he'll be playing next year, but just not with Cleveland. Or they keep him because Deshaun is going to be suspended for 6 or 8 games or whatever.
Right. Well, we'll see what happens. I just think it's a kind of funny, a funny dynamic. Stuff like that happening. So, all righty. So we're gonna be wrapping up our show today. A little bit quiet and set, but it went pretty fast. We were able to talk a little bit basketball. Byron was able to talk a little basketball. That's pretty good.
A little bit.
All righty. So let's just remember, man, again, it's terrible what happened in an elementary school. God bless those families. Prayers out to families and the kids. I mean, they're hearing stories that the guy was shooting outside the school before he came in for like 10, 15 minutes. I don't understand how it took that long. Like nobody did anything.
When Columbine first happened, back in the day, we did training, as far as like active shooter, drills, and we did, a lot of them. And it's just, it's just sad that, we did it, 20 years ago, however long it was. And, this stuff is still going on, but, it's just sad, these are little people, that, got shot with, that kind of, weapon. And, that's no good. No good at all.
Yeah. Just anyhow, let's remember our first responders and our military. They're the ones that protect us. So Gary C. We always talk about the Gary C. Sinise Foundation. I think if you can go, there's probably something on site for the thing. No.
Well, for that.
Yeah, the school shooting. See about the Texas school.
Yeah,
here you go. It's a restaurant. Just trying to get just something here, just
sad.
There's a GoFundMe is launching a streamlined, verified way to help Uvalde with monetary donations following the Robb Elementary shooting, which 21 people were killed on Tuesday. So, check out, go to the GoFundMe way to help Uvalde. UV. It doesn't give you links. UVALDE. So there's a GoFundMe page for that. So, please, if you can do anything to help out the families, please donate. We always talk about Gary Sinise. I mean, this has got to be tough times for a lot of people. Just emotionally, the loss, everything. So,
the one guy, one of the teachers got killed. Her husband just died from a heart attack today. She got killed and he died from a heart attack today.
Just imagine. I mean, I just can't even imagine, fund me. I don't know what it is, but try to go look at the GoFundMe page, see what any donations you can, please. We'll be donating, and blessing and prayers to those families out there, and just tragic times. Byron, as always, has been great You won't see me next week. You probably have one of our guests be hosting with you. Hopefully they get the technology going. And then on the following Thursday, maybe I'll do it from Jersey, or it depends on my client. We're in Philadelphia. So, but hopefully you and I get to catch up.
Well, Bluebell and Philadelphia are two different areas, just so you know.
I do know that because you told me from the airport. Remember, I was like, "Oh my God, where's this Pete?"
Straight up the Blue Route, 476, not that far.
Isn't it ice cream from there?
What?
Isn't that Bluebell ice cream? Is that where that's from?
I know Wawa's right down the road here.
Wawa is a national chain. That's
no. The company is, the company is over here. Wawa
corporate headquarters of Wawa's there.
What?
The corporate headquarters is there. Is that what you're saying?
And it's huge.
Yeah, Wawa's big. All right, my brother. Well, good night, and we will talk we'll talk beforehand while I'm out there, but we'll talk in a couple weeks for the next show, and we'll have somebody will be joining us next week. All right, good night. Peace. God bless.